Welcome to the channel. If you ever wanted to work on your vehicle, doing an oil change is a great way to start. The tools I'll be using today include a 17mm socket, that's for the oil drain bolt, an oil filter wrench, half an inch ratchet, a breaker bar. Now you don't need a breaker bar, but it makes life much easier. A torque wrench, two jack stands so I can lift the front, a floor jack, a funnel. Of course, we need engine oil. It is recommended to use 5W30 on this engine, which I'm sticking to, oil filter, and a crush washer for the oil drain bolt. It is recommended to change the oil when the engine is warm. So if it's cold, just warm it up or go for a drive. You can change the oil after coming back from somewhere, but wait for the car to cool down. Do not risk burning yourself. Now, to begin, just loosen this oil cap. It will help the oil drain faster. Just keep it here. I forgot to mention earlier, you need an oil drain pan or any container to drain the oil. As you can see, I've already lifted the vehicle up on jack stands. If you would like to know how to lift your vehicle up, there will be a link at the end of the video. Here is the drain bolt located on the drain pan. Here you can see the oil filter, that's the front of the vehicle. And I positioned the oil drain pan under. Now take your ratchet and open this bolt. It might be difficult to open this bolt, so you can attach a pipe over here to get more leverage, or you could use a breaker bar. Since I have a breaker bar, I'm going to use that. I seem to have ripped my glove. It doesn't matter. So now it's all set. Remember, counterclockwise to open. Now that's loose. I'll just open it by hand. Now make sure that the washer is not stuck on the oil pan. In this case, we can see the washer still on the drain bolt, which is good. Now just set that drain for about 10-15 minutes. In the meantime, we move on to the oil filter. While the oil drips away, you can open the oil filter. I've repositioned the drain pan. I moved it more this side, so it will cover both this and when I open the oil filter. Take your wrench filter and turn this counterclockwise. When you do this for the first time, things do get messy, but after a few times, you figure it out. So let this drain a bit. Just make sure the rubber seal of the oil filter is not stuck over here. If it is, you must remove it. While you wait for the oil to drain, you can check your air filter. This is a genuine air filter, and it is recommended to run this for around 10,000 kilometers. These are pre-oiled. You cannot clean these. This currently has 5,300 kilometers on it, so it's still good to go. If you want, you could hit this on the ground and some particles will fall, but again, this looks perfectly fine. I can still continue to use this. Now we prepare the oil filter. We can fill the oil filter up to prevent a dry start, but in this case, the filter is mounted horizontally. We can only fill it up to around 20 to 30%. Also, we can see here the torque specs. So it says to torque it up to 7 to 10 pound-foot. That's not a lot, so you should not over tighten this oil filter. You can use these numbers mentioned here to help tighten the oil filter within spec. So here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I tighten the oil filter, and before I actually apply any force, it stops at 4. So if it stops at 4, I have to turn it clockwise until I reach the next number, which is 1. Let's say I tighten it and it stops at 3. So I further tighten it until it reaches the next number, which is 4. As I said previously, you should not fill this too much because it's mounted horizontally. Take some of the oil and lubricate this seal. That's a must. Now you're all set to mount this oil filter. Now clean the surface before you put on the new oil filter. Okay, now under normal force, I cannot screw this in anymore. Here you can see it shows the number 2. So now I will turn it further clockwise until it shows the next number. Now it shows number 3, and that's it. You do not need to tighten this anymore. These crush washers sold by Honda are meant to be used only once. They're made of aluminum. Now if you must reuse them, you can. Just make sure you tighten it a bit more. Put the aluminum washer on the drain bolt, then screw it back in. Clean the surface first. The torque specs for this is at 39 foot-pound. If you don't have a torque wrench, just make sure you do not over tighten this. Now I've already set my torque wrench to 40 foot-pound. And that's it. It's all torqued up. While you're under here, it's not a bad idea to just look around to see if anything is out of place. Check rubber seals if they're okay. Have a look at the rubber bushings. Just have a look. Sometimes you have some unwanted things here. Sometimes plastic bags or tree branches do get stuck. Just have a quick overview to see if anything's out of place. Hey, you're a long way from home. Run along now. It's time to fill the oil, remove the jack stands, and put the car back on the ground. Keep the oil cap here as a reminder to put it back when done. On the oil bottle, you have markings here to help guide you in putting the correct amount. This engine requires 3.6 liters of oil. So I've put about 3.6 liters. It's always better to be a bit under. You can always add more oil later. Cap it off and clean any spilled oil. Start your car and keep it on for at least 3 minutes. While it's running, just check under the car for any leaks from both the oil drain bolt and the oil filter. With the car off, let the oil settle down a bit and check your oil levels with a dipstick. And when you take it out for the first time, just wipe it off, put it back in. That way you'll get an accurate reading. Now you want the oil to be between these two marks, more towards the maximum side. The left mark is the minimum and the right one is the maximum. I'm at the max. If your level is lower, just add some more oil. And that's it. You have completed your oil change. One last thing that needs to be addressed, you need to properly dispose your old oil. Now, shockingly, I've seen people throw this in the trash or dump it down the drain. Just pour the oil in your oil container and give it to any local oil shop. They do get money for disposing it off properly, so they have incentive. So please be responsible, dispose of this properly. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching.